get let into the webinar.
Today's agenda, in our small amount of time together, my goal is to impact everyone here in the following ways. So I'm going to show you how to retain clients with consistency and communication so your calendar stays full. I'm going to reveal to you my secret methods on how to structure a booking system that fills your calendar consistently. And I'm going to show you how to create content that converts followers.
I feel like I need a notebook.
Clients and drives bookings. At 22, I graduated from FIU with a bachelor's in criminal justice. I went from struggling to gain clientele to now generating 10K months in just minutes, right? As soon as I open my books, they're booking them up. It was only after years of struggle, burnout, and disappointment that I finally gained the courage to take a chance on myself, invest in my growth. Are you currently struggling with slow bookings, right? Inconsistent clients and feeling stuck behind the chair? Or are you dreaming about the day that you don't have to worry about filling your books for the month? Or you feel overlooked?
Hey, there's somebody else in here with my name. I'm like, did I message?
Yes. So, a fun fact, the beauty industry is a $950 billion industry, right? But only if you learn how to position yourself right. And so I have a VIP waitlist system where loyal clients who join the list will receive early access to bookings before it opens to the public, which rewards consistency, but it also helps clients get accustomed to your booking flow, right? Why are they here? Why do they want to keep coming back? That's what you have to ask yourself. What do I do differently that's going to make them want to keep coming back? First of all, it shows them that you're consistently getting booked, so they want to get there first. But it also rewards them for being a loyal client. So if you have a client who's been with you for a year plus, a month plus, or they book consistently back to back 3 to 5 times, you want to make sure that they feel loyal, that they feel they're being incentivized for showing you support, right? Because we want to build relationships. We don't want them to just get in our chair and leave. And I do this through SMS marketing. Taught me closures are better. I want to book with her. And my number is right there at the end of the caption because she read it all the way through. And you want to have 5 to 7 niche related hashtags. So I'm not just putting For You page or Young Boy concert, something that doesn't even have nothing to do with my business, right? I'm a Miami hairstylist. I specialize in sew-ins in Miami. Closure sew-ins, right? Closure behind the hairline, loose closure. When they search this, they're going to go into Instagram and they're going to search exactly what they want. And when they search what they want, you need to be the page to come up. So now we have some editing apps, right? And some camera settings and exporting. I think you have like higher exporting quality if you pay for the pro version. So I highly recommend it, right? Because each platform pushes their own content. So they don't want branding from another platform on theirs. You need content that's going to drive bookings. What do I post, right? If I wanted to drive my bookings and I wanted somebody for the first time, I'm going to say spend a day with me as a 21-year-old hairstylist in Miami, right? Because they're nosy. They want to see what a 21-year-old hairstylist in Miami does, right? Are you guys taking notes? Let me double check in the chat. A lot of the people probably aren't even looking for a new hairstylist, but they've seen your video and now they want to go book you, all right? You never know who is going to book you until they book you, right? Once they see your content, that's gonna make them say, I actually kind of like this girl. FOMO is what is going to drive a lot of these clients to book with you, right? The fear of missing out, right? Why is everybody keeping her so booked? Let me see why she's so booked. Show a day in the life. People want to see the process, right? They don't want to see you just posting a pretty hairstyle. Show them what they get when they book with you, right? If I see day in the life of a book stylist and then you're washing, blow drying, you have snacks, you have everything, I'm gonna probably want to come to you. I'm gonna be like, this is so cool.
What's up, you guys? Welcome back, or welcome if you're new. My name is Nija, and today I'm very excited to be filming this video. So some of you guys may already know, but some of you guys might not know, I'm a makeup artist. I've been taking a long break from it, but I still consider myself a makeup artist. It's been like a couple of months since I've taking clients, and I'm just ready to get back into it. And the reason I got out of doing makeup is because during my last semester of college, I had an internship that I had to do, and on top of that I was working 40 hours a week. So it just all got to be a lot, because with the internship I had to drive like 2 hours out just to get to the internship. Like, it wasn't 2 hours on a regular, but like with Miami traffic it's 2 hours, but like on a good day it's about a 35-minute drive, which is still a lot. Okay, that's still a lot. So I'm having to get up at like 5 o'clock in the morning, get dressed, and head to this internship for like 1 to 2 hours, just to have to go to class and then come back and do the internship again, or I was going into work. So it was just a lot, because with the internship, I think we had to get like 120 hours to complete the program. And it wasn't like you can just take as many hours in a day as possible just to get it over with quicker. No, you were limited to like 8 hours a week. So it's like the internship had to drag on. I just decided it wouldn't make sense for me to try to take clients, because I was gonna have to turn most of my clients away. If my clients weren't trying to book at 3 o'clock in the morning or like 11 o'clock at night, it just wasn't gonna work. So I had to just take a step back, because one of the things that I hate, one of the things that I just find so unprofessional is having to turn clients away, especially when you have to turn clients away often. I just feel like it creates a sense of unseriousness, I should say. It just makes you feel just very unprofessional, like you're unreliable. The client can't trust you. So to me, it just made sense to just take a step back altogether. And then shortly after graduating, I started this new job. So after that, I was trying to get fully acclimated into the new job, which was a lot. That in itself was very demanding, but you know, that was work. That was what was bringing in the bills. And then after that, moving and trying to get settled into the new place. So it's just been a lot going on back to back, and doing makeup just kind of ended up on the back burner. But I'm ready to go full force in it this time. And this time you guys are starting with me from the very bottom. Okay, I'm in a new city. I don't really know anybody, so this is going to be very interesting. And I'm like a couple hours away from where I used to stay, so that's like far out for my previous clientele to drive. So yeah, I'm basically starting over fresh. Nevertheless, I am excited. So today what I want to do is go ahead and go through my inventory, because I want to just see everything that I have. I want to log everything. Ooh, if you guys are crooked, I do apologize. Hold on, maybe that's just me. I had this problem yesterday. I was supposed to film yesterday, but I ended up not being able to, because as soon as I sat down to start filming, I had to go to this little webinar. So there's this girl that I've been following her for a while. So she did this little business webinar where she kind of gives advice to, not kind of, but she's giving advice to new service providers, just sharing some of the tips that she used to grow her brand. But like I said, I'm about to go ahead and log my inventory. I have not even touched my beauty room. This is my beauty room, guys, and there's literally nothing going on in here. I did put up my cart, but I didn't put everything up on it. I want to take everything out and just kind of organize it the same way that I had it at my previous apartment, even though I do plan on changing things around. But I at least want to have everything out, so that way I can just see everything that I have, and then that way it can make me more inclined to actually start. done cleaning up. I was able to get everything organized, and I just realized that I threw away my little shelves because I already knew that once I moved I was going to decorate like my beauty room completely different. I already didn't like the little acrylic shelves that were on my wall, so I guess I just threw them away, which is surprising because normally I would keep something like that until I get the new stuff, but whatever. So I was able to go ahead and organize everything as neatly as possible. So with the shelves, I had like my cream bronzers, my liquid bronzers, my blush, and then some foundation and concealers were up there as well. But since I don't have that anymore, I was able to just organize everything like this because I did move one of the circles, and I just kind of put them together to form like a full circle because I noticed that once they're on the shelves, because it's curved, it doesn't leave room for a lot of different products. So this is what we're looking like right now. I know this is very messy, but it just has to do for right now. So this is what everything is looking like. And then I did go ahead and just clean up a little bit because it was just looking crazy in here. And then I also have my little nail cart because I've been learning to do nails. I actually did this set Don't Look Too Hard because they're very messy. I'm very messy when I do my nails. But I'm about to go ahead and clean these brushes up, and then I'm probably going to just head to the gym and then take like a little shower. So it's definitely a lot later in the day. Oh, excuse my hands. I know they look ashy. Let me put some lotion on. I'm about to get ready to go to Ulta because I do have a last minute appointment tomorrow. I'm not officially opened up to take appointments, but my cousin needed her makeup done for like her senior pictures. I just figured why not, like I would just go ahead and do it. So I'm about to head to Ulta so that way I can pick up some, I think I need some setting spray, and then what else do I need? Setting spray, I need an eyebrow pencil, and I think that's pretty much it. I don't know, but I'm gonna kind of browse around and see what else that I can see. So I'm about to go ahead and head out the house. I just put on, I don't know if you guys can see it, just the outfit that I threw on, just this little knitted dress, and then I'm gonna put on some sandals. My nails look so crazy right now because I was in the process of taking them off, but I just never finished, of course. So let me go ahead and grab my stuff. I'm just gonna spray on a little perfume. You know, you gotta go into Ulta smelling good and looking right. And then we layer my perfume, my little favorite combo. Plus, I just wanna smell good, even though I'm just going right into Ulta and coming right out. Here's my necklace, my little watch. Here are my shoes. Just add a little purse, and I'll put some earrings in, if you guys can see, because a lady should never leave the house without earrings. So that's that. This is definitely like a super chill outfit, but I feel like with the little slides it kind of elevates it a little bit, so I definitely like that. I need to get more shoes like this, just so that way even when I'm on my like chill vibe, it can still like add a lot of elevation. I want to always look put together. So, Yeah, girl. I just, like I said, I've been taking a step back from doing makeup, so I haven't been on there.
I don't really be doing like my makeup a lot or my hair, like at least like this. So when it was like, oh, I need my hair done, but my aunt wasn't gonna be able to like plait it. So Alicia was like, oh well, we can find someone to do like a wig or a salon or something. And I was like, oh, you have someone in mind?
Because I don't know nobody.
Yeah. So then she found somebody, and I was like,
Literally just get on Instagram and just look up like hairstylists, and then you just have to go to their page and see what they offer. I'm picky about everything.
and then some people, they be rude, and then it'd be like story times where it's like, going to like this rude hairstylist, and it's like, I don't want to be in that situation.
But a lot of those people, they just be looking for like a moment.
There's gonna be a makeup room?
/ office. What?
All in one inclusive.
Be a manager. I feel like that's one thing, like people will tell you like when you get into a job, don't give your all, do like the bare minimum and stuff like that. And I'm just like, yeah, like you don't have to go above and beyond, but it's like when you do, you're more valuable and you have more leverage.
Absolute bare minimum, and it's frustrating because it's like we work in fast food. Hurry up and make the food, like so we can stop. But like the more they drag it on, the worse it gets. Cause if you make like if we're in a lunch rush and you make the sandwiches slowly, it's just gonna build up really fast.
Yeah.
So now it's like instead of it being like, okay, you finished one sandwich, now you're on another. Now you got 5 sandwiches on the board and you still on the first one because you ain't want to do nothing. But the mist feels so good though. Well, I don't know about you. I don't know how you feel about it.
A little different than all the rest. I'm quite old-fashioned where I had sometimes played chess. And when I'm out, I'm looking for that vintage fling. But all complexions that I adore, so hard to find, they seem impossible to score. So I dream on to someday find that vintage love. I kept on looking, but everyone's such a bore. And out of a sudden, you came through the door. And then
Good afternoon, you guys. As y'all already saw, like throughout this video, I've been in the process of just putting my business back together, and it just hit me like, how can I come out the blue and just jump back into making makeup and business content again? And I don't think I've ever like shared my story of how I even got into being a makeup artist, and I just figured like, why not? Like, this would be the best video to do so. So makeup for me just kind of happened, and that's one thing that makes me feel like this is really like my calling and where I'm supposed to be, because I've strayed so many times from doing makeup. It's like God keeps putting it on my mind to really take it serious and to just go full out with it, and then I don't know, I just get hit with distractions. I allow things to distract me and pull me back from doing so, but it's like I can never just shake the feeling that I'm supposed to be a makeup artist. That's God telling me, girl, this is what you're supposed to be doing, okay, get to it. So I'm just trying to be obedient. Makeup for me just kind of happened nearing the end of my junior year of high school. Our school ended up switching photographers for yearbook pictures, because y'all know how y'all go on, like you take the senior photos and then you have professional yearbook photo. Obviously we weren't going to be the ones taking like those professional pictures. They had a team, and I can't remember who this company was, but it was a company that had pretty much worked with my elementary school, my middle school, and high school up until like junior year. So they switched photography companies, and the photography company was trying to like get their name out there more and like spread the word that, hey, we're the new photography company, come to us to get your senior pictures taken. And they were looking for brand ambassadors. So my teacher offered me up as one of the people. He came to me with the opportunity. He was like, they're looking for ambassadors, I think you would be a great fit. So I'm like, okay, because I was one of those kids, I hated being home. So I would just join every type of club I could. Like, I was that kid, literally, you can have a club about etiquette classes. I was in it, like, no lie. I was literally in a program learning about etiquette. I don't remember that stuff now because it was kind of like a new program, so it was up and down, but I would literally just join stuff just for the sake of trying something new, because I didn't have those opportunities on a regular. So it was like, okay, like I get to try something new, and then on top of that I get to be away from home longer, so why not? So long story short, I agreed to be an ambassador and to take the photos, knowing that I don't have any experience with being a model. I just knew that I like to take pictures, so why not? For the first photo shoot, they had a makeup artist on set, and it was really nice the way she did my makeup. It was pretty. If I can find the pictures, I'll put them up on the screen somewhere. Hopefully I can. But she did an amazing job. The pictures were lovely. I loved being in front of that camera and having them like tell me how to pose, and then seeing like the final result. It was just cool. It was like an amazing experience. That was pretty much like my senior photo shoot, but my senior photo shoot was me promoting the company, so it was like a 2-in-1. And then they ended up calling me back for another photo shoot because, like I said, I was a brand ambassador. It was me and a childhood friend. We were actually like pretty close, like as close as we could be, because she was deaf and I learned sign language, but I wasn't like super fluent to the point where we could have like the most fluent conversation. We had a pretty good relationship, so it was me and her, and we would get called back to do like different little photo shoots and things like that. And I was low-key freaking out because, for one, I didn't have my toes done, and for two, I didn't know how to do my makeup, and I knew my mama was not about to drive me 30 minutes out to get my makeup done. Like, she was just not about to take me around to do that. So I called up one of my friends. She was a very close friend of mine. She was very into makeup. She would come to school, makeup done pretty much every day. She was one of those girls. So I'm like, girl, help me. Like, I need help with my makeup. I got this photo shoot. So obviously she's much lighter than me. So we went to CVS. We picked out some foundation, like as close of a match as we could, but like I didn't know what I was doing, and she's much lighter than me. So finding that foundation shade, like we matched it as close as possible, but the color was still off, but that's what I had. So we went home. She did my makeup for the shoot, and then the shoot was nice, but my makeup wasn't as cohesive. It didn't match my skin tone. So I was like, dang. Like, when the pictures came out, it was kind of like, oh, but it wasn't horrible. And I don't blame my friend because she was not a makeup artist at all, but she tried her best. I thought it was the cutest thing ever, like I said, but when I got those pictures back and I saw like the flashback, I was just like, oh. So I started trying to learn how to do my own makeup, because I'm like, dang, I don't want, for one, every time that they want me to do a shoot, that I'm having to bug my friend, or I'm having to wait for someone, or having to find someone to do my makeup. So I wanted to learn because of that. And then for two, it was just very fun, just like getting glammed up. That was like my first experience putting on makeup, because my mama was strict. My mama did not play none of those games. I was not allowed to wear makeup. She didn't wear makeup. She wasn't pushing me to wear makeup. She wasn't, you know, it just wasn't something that, I don't want to say it wasn't allowed, but it wasn't allowed. I don't know if that makes sense. So after that, I just fell in love with it, and I just would take my little checks. I was working at Zaxby's, and I would take my little checks and I would beg my mama to take me to CVS, and I would just be in there shopping around for makeup. Like, I didn't really know what I was doing. I would just get whatever, and then I would go home. I would watch a makeup video. I loved watching me some Aaliyah J. Loved her. I would just sit there watching the makeup videos, and then I'm like, oh, okay, they're using that product, so let me go out and get that product. I would literally be in my room 2, 4 o'clock in the morning. It did not matter. I was doing my makeup, taking videos, and posting them on Snapchat. You know, I had to put like a little filter over it, but I would never wear my makeup out. But I would just practice and practice and practice and practice until it started looking better, until it started looking like presentable enough for me to go out. And then the more I did my makeup and the more like people saw me, because I was scared to go out with makeup at first. I just felt so weird. I didn't want people to be talking about me and saying like I look like a catfish, so I was just scared to go out. But once I got more confident and I did start going out with makeup, a lot of my friends would see it, and like when I would post, a lot of my like family members and things like that, so they would ask me to do their makeup, and I would be like, girl, why would you want me to do your makeup? I don't really know what I'm doing. But whatever, I did it anyways, because I'm like, okay, like one thing about me, I'm not backing down from a challenge. So I was just like, you know what, let me just go for it and just whatever happens happens. If it looks bad, I won't charge. And I wasn't charging anything crazy anyway. I think like the first time I did makeup was like for my sister, and I probably charged her like $20-$40, like something like really cheap. But I just kind of fell in love with it. Ended up going off to FIU. I started meeting a bunch of different people, and I was just like, you know what? Let me start asking friends to practice on them. So that's literally what I started doing. I would meet girls that were at FIU, and I would ask them, can I do your makeup? And then my friends would recommend people to me. So if someone was like looking for a makeup artist, they would recommend me, and I would just be like, why are you throwing my name out there? I'm not a makeup artist. But it just kind of kept coming to me. I was just like, you know what, let me actually start taking this seriously. Every time I get paid, I would literally go and just stock up on a bunch of different makeup. Like I would buy like a bunch of different foundations, blushes, just anything I could get my hands on. I was buying it and adding it to my kit. Like I said, I loved me some CVS, so I would literally go straight to CVS and buy whatever I could buy. But that's kind of how I got into makeup, and it just kind of blossomed from there.